I'm just better at you than everything. Name code right there. I'm Dustin. This is your shooting guards. The guys that get you the points. Role player scores.
Everyone gets points.
Yeah, but these guys, lots of role players. Role player scores.
Shoot the ball in the hoop. All right, we got other videos, but on this video, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, preferably a nice one. But you can do anything you want. And check out all of our videos, our top 150 cheat sheet. Subscribe, like us on Facebook, whole bunch of good stuff. But Dustin, go into tier 1 of the shooting guards.
We'll be updating our rankings throughout the preseason as stuff happens. So check them out on the website. Mr. James Harden, tier all by himself. He does everything, including turn the ball over a lot. So if you do count turnovers in your league, keep that in mind. That might help you pick between him and another guy in the first round. But he's a first rounder just because he fills it up.
All right, tier 2, talking about two guys. First one, Oladipo, new home OKC. Absolutely love this. This is a Dustin guy because he gets a lot of other stuff. But he averaged 16 points last year, and I know it was the Magic, but I actually think he might score even a little bit more in OKC. So I could see him coming close to 20 points a game, which is nuts. But between 16 and 20 again. The thing you're going to love about him that's kind of sneaky, 1.5 threes, 1.5 steals. So you're going to get threes, you're going to get steals, and you know he's got the hustle boards and assists as well. Solid all-around player. Love Oladipo. Sorry, got to keep going. Next guy is Klay Thompson. So with Klay Thompson, Dustin and I were talking. He's the guy at the end of the second that you're like, ooh, Klay Thompson's there. But don't necessarily fall into the trap because we think he's the one that's going to get hurt the most by Durant. So we're not saying you can't touch him, you can't draft him. Just note that it might be a little tough for him to average 22 again because Durant is in town. But the one thing that he probably will get again is the 3.5 threes. So he's going to put the ball in the hoop, as Dustin said at the start of this video, but he's going to do it from a long way away.
Nicholas Batum, I want to talk about in tier 3. This is a guy I absolutely loved back when he was in the full of his prime. But then his last year, 2 years ago, his last year in Portland, he really trailed off, and I wrote him off, and he just left a sour taste in my mouth after that season. But he went to Charlotte, and he had a really good year. He's only 28 years old. I still think he's got some tread left on the tires. I love how he fills it up. He throws in 2 threes as well, and he can get you some seasons close to a block a game, which I'm a big fan of. And then Zach LaVine in Minnesota. We all know he can dunk the ball. We all know he's mainly a scorer, but the thing that I liked towards the end of last year, he was averaging 17 points a game, 2.5 threes, and I think that he could do that all season this year. I think he's got a big upside.
Tier 4 has one of our favorites, Devin Booker. Yes. Love this kid, and this is the thing. When we shot our sleeper video, we said, how are the Suns not starting him? Well, guess what? A couple days later, we're shooting this video. Suns came out. I was like, of course we're starting Booker. The guy's sick. He's got to be in the lineup. That's exactly how they said it, too. And post All-Star break, he had 19 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 1.5 threes a game. Like I said, he's starting. Booker's going to have a huge season. The other guy I want to talk about is Dwayne Wade. And I see people, in my opinion, disrespecting Wade. I know he's a little bit older, a little long in the tooth, as they say. But let me just read out his stats from last year. 19 points, 4.6 assists, 1.4 rebounds, 1.1 steals, 0.6 blocks. D. Wade is good at basketball, and he's back in his hometown of Chicago. They're even going to announce him from Chicago, Dwayne Wade. He didn't go with Marquette, he didn't go with the college. He's from Chicago. He's going to do it up for the home crowd.
And that's 4.1 rebounds.
What did I say?
1.1.
4.1 rebounds. 1.1 steals. Maybe I said it right. We'll see.
No, you didn't.
I probably didn't.
Tier 5.
Because you're perfect and I'm not.
Of course. Tier 5, I want to talk about Avery Bradley and Rodney Hood. I'm going to group these guys together. I think they're basically the same player in terms of what they're going to be asked to do, their opportunity, their minutes, their competition for minutes. I just think they have really big upsides for just getting a guy that's going to get you between 15 and 17 points and really help you in those 3 categories. And I do think they could improve on their assists and rebounds numbers. Just don't expect a ton there, but I really like their upsides this year, and especially for where you can get them in the draft. They're still not the biggest price tag for people that could average around 17 points a game.
All right, in this tier 6, I'm gonna only talk about one person because I spent too long in 4, and Dustin's already gonna yell at me about that after the show and gives me my notes. But I'm talking about Gary Harris. During the sleeper video, we said we liked him, but then he got hurt, out 4 to 6 weeks. Newest report says he's probably gonna be back for the start of the season, so it's a little up in the air, but he's not gonna be out for an extended period of time. Due to that, I see him slipping down draft boards because he's gonna have that little hurt little symbol in most of the drafts. So I think he's a sneaky later round guy at this point.
Whenever you're doing your draft and getting ready for your draft, you gotta have your late round role player specialist guys that you have in mind. And if you're drafting and you're not really liking where your 3 points maids are going and you're just looking for a guy late to grab, Wesley Matthews, big fan of him as just a 3-point specialist. 2.5 threes a game. He only averaged 12 points a game, but almost all of those were from his 2.5 threes. So he's not going to do a ton else, but not a bad role player for you. You can get really late.
All right, tier 8, my Bullets are going to start getting jealous because I feel like every video I'm talking about the Bucks. But this is the one Buck. I love the Bucks, but I don't like this Buck. And that's Vaughn. He's the starting 2 guard, and that's because Chris Middleton got hurt, which is bad for the Bucks. I actually really like Middleton as a player. But either way, Vaughn's starting, so we have to rank him. If you're in deep leagues, you got to know who all the starters are. That's the good news for Vaughn. Bad news for Vaughn, I don't think he's that good at basketball. In the preseason, I've been watching him closely. I don't know how much upside there is. He doesn't look great, but again, he's a starter, so deep leagues, you got to know just because the minutes should be there.
And what's the most important thing in fantasy basketball?
Minutes! Please note that.
Get stuffed if you're sitting on the bench.
That's true.
Oh, name code right there. I'm Dustin, that's your shooting guards. Check out all of the other tiers and rankings, the videos, subscribe to our channel.
Thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up and check out the rankings
Pen flip, Dustin.
on the site.